sometimes in the 1980s, I don't know, it was mid-80s or what, my telephone rang. Picked it up, it was my mother. And my mother said, Dwight, there's something I want to do for you. And I said, okay, Mom. She said, I want you to meet B.B. King. There's a blues festival in Shreveport, Louisiana, and I'm going to take you there to meet him. And I can remember telling my mother that, hey, you know, this guy's a legend right now. You know, I know you knew him back in the day. And I really love the story my oldest brother-in-law Charles tells about when he came to date my sister back then. And, you know, this was before me. So we're looking at, 50, 56,
In front of this young lady's house, I saw this giant bus. And it was an odd sight in that neighborhood because on the side of the bus, it listed one of the more popular rhythm and blues singer's name. And that name was the name of B.B. King. And I was really excited to see a bus with the name B.B. King on it. And to my surprise, when I went up to the house and knocked on the door, there sat on the couch in this young lady's house was this big guy that was actually B.B. King. Man, what was it? I immediately rushed over to him and asked for his autograph and asked him where was he in this neighborhood. And he said, I'm performing at the club over in Gladewater, Texas. And I haven't ever heard of the club. Being a teenager at this age, I didn't have an opportunity to visit those clubs or attend those activities. But to my surprise, it was B.B. King in the flesh.
And I said, Ma, he's a legend now. But I picked her up the day of the concert. We drove to Shreveport. And my mother was a short lady, very short. And we went up to the ticket counter at Hirsch Coliseum. And she said, hey, is a B.B. King's bus here yet? The guy said, yeah. We walked all the way around. The guy was unloading equipment. My mom said, do you know what hotel B.B. King is staying? The guy told her. And we walked all the way back around. There was a payphone out front. She went to that, called, and I can't think of the guy's name. She called some guy's name, got him on the phone. The next thing I know, my mom and B.B. King are laughing and joking, talking about how fat each other had got. And that was her gift to me. It wasn't a new guitar or anything that would cost money, because money was not around much in those days. I was in my 20s. This was her gift to me because she knew how serious I was about music at the time. And on the way there, I had a little Porter studio, and she was listening to some of my songs. And I can remember when she introduced me to B.B. King. He shook my hand, and we were surrounded by security, and we were in the middle of the limelight. And then when she told him that I was a musician too, and that she had been listening to my music on the way, he grabbed my hand and gave me another big shake. That other big shake was the encouragement. The gift that my mother gave me has driven me on. And retro is about going back to my past and mixing it with the future and the current. But songs like Stand, not only in my heart was I meaning to stand up to the tyranny of imposing governments, anything like that. Yes, that's involved too. But it's also to stand up and to any of your adversity, any disabilities, anything you have to stand, keep trying. And I never finishing. I finished the retro around September the 3rd, something like that. Never would have thought that I would have to live up to some of the meaning of staying. The night of September 9th, went to bed. Woke up September 10th and I had suffered a stroke. It is something to go to sleep and wake up and I couldn't hold a pick in my hand. I couldn't slap the bass. I couldn't play a piano chord. I couldn't play anything. And the day I got out of the hospital, first day I got out, I started working. 10 days before I could go to physical therapy, I had already been working hours every day to try to be able to do something again. I made a little short video 2 days after the stroke. When I come home from the hospital, went into my studio and tried to play. I'm not gonna lie to you, I broke down and cried. And I said, man, I can't play. Glad I got that CD finished. And I woke up Sunday morning. The stroke was on Friday. Depressed Saturday night, broke down. Woke up Sunday morning. I said, I'm trying to do various documentaries, and I said, I'm going to start trying to shoot footage about this. And it's difficult for me, with this one arm not working right, to get this. But I'm going to try this. I don't know if I'll ever get back to where I was, but more people are more optimistic than I am. I am a little skeptical. But when I start therapy, I'm trying now. I'm going to practice every day, even though it's just like a kid starting over again. I'm going to try. And I'm going to give it a shot. The gifts my mom gave me to meet someone that had made it. Because we grew up hearing the B.B. King stories. And, hard times we had and all that. But my mom she was ahead of her. She was a groupie. That's all she was. She just hung out with these people, She Duke Ellington, B.B. King, but she wanted to give me the opportunity to meet a legend, and that helped inspire me. But after the stroke, I've had just enough ego to release my music. But I'm back about 90, 95, 96, 97, and it hadn't been 3 months yet. So I'm thankful to that. Had a whole lot of people, my family, my in-laws, and everyone praying for me. And I worked hard, but it was all of that positive force that was driving me too. But I'll never have enough ego to say, I'm good. I can do this good. I've never been able to, because I like everybody else's playing better than mine. But what I take away from that stroke and the recovery back from it is I will always be grateful for what I can do. Because there's nothing like waking up not being able to do what you once could do.